This is like capital 8 80s.
Oh
like bold, underlined, italics. you just can't get any more 80s than this, man.
Well, hello there, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on another new episode of the Confused Breakfast Podcast. On this podcast, we review the classic movies that define the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s for us as kids. But with all the movies that were made in those decades, even the most seasoned movie buffs have inevitably missed a few popular movies. Yep. In talking about what movies to review next, we started noticing there were a few instances where one of the hosts felt passionate about a particular movie from childhood and the other two hosts hadn't seen it. So we came up with a new idea for an episode. We will be reviewing a classic movie from two different perspectives. First, from the perspective of someone who has seen the movie countless times. I use the word seen. And secondly, from the perspective of two people that have just watched the movie for the first and only time. I'm your host, Mike Schulte. Joining me today are my short-haired co-hosts, AJ Venz and Shaun Pryor. How the heck are you?
I did just get a haircut today.
Nice.
Yeah. See?
That's that. Oh, nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Look at that fade, dog.
That's right. Yeah.
I like it,
That's
man.
sick as hell. I'm growing mine out.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just see. Look.
I'm just trying to be like you.
Thanks, man. I want to be like you.
Like
We're in a conundrum.
What the hell's going on? One of us has to change.
Okay, boys, so like we said in the intro today, one of us has seen the movie countless times, the movie being The Legend of Billie Jean, and the other two have never seen it. It is time to reveal who's who. Myself and AJ have never seen the movie.
Never seen The
Shaun
Legend of
has.
Billie Jean.
AJ, tell me what you know about this movie. Like, what did you know? Why haven't you seen this movie up until
I'm
now?
the captain now. This is my shit.
Oh, you
guys
hold
do
on.
what I say.
I will hand it off to
All
you.
right.
Jesus, he's so excited.
He is.
I feel
And I
he's
like that.
I feel like he's going to beat us.
He's gonna, yeah. I'll tell you what.
You better like it.
You asked me why I've never seen it, what I know about it. But my answer is no. No, I don't know. No.
So,
Nothing.
can I ask you something?
I don't know.
You had never heard of this movie up until Shaun suggested it.
Shaun has suggested this movie on our other podcast several times.
Called I'm Super Stoked.
Called I'm Super Stoked Podcast.
I'm glad you were listening.
And I was at least paying attention on there. But I'll tell you what, I was, it was just one of those things that we're having a great conversation, a good time, having some drinks. He's like, then Legend of Billie Jean, it's this great movie. You should check it out. And I'm like, oh yeah, dude, I'll totally check that out. And then I just did not.
I actually know this. I listen to your show quite a bit, and I love it when Shaun, you're doing a top 5 movies, and Shaun goes, my number 1 is Legend of Billie Jean. AJ's reaction is, oh, and
wow.
that means I've never seen it.
Wow.
That is the AJ reaction.
That's great, man.
Well, congratulations on your little Legend of Billie Jean.
Number 1, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the same way. I did not even know this movie existed.
Awesome.
And which is weird to me because like I'm a little older than you guys.
Yeah.
Drinking
I don't
game at
know.
home.
I
Take
don't
a
know
drink.
which one to take.
I'll have my Cedar Ridge.
But again, yeah, I knew nothing about this movie, and that is the beauty of it. If you're out there listening and you've never seen it, you play along with us. Hit pause right now.
Totally.
Go watch that movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or just go watch it now. Listen to this episode. Go watch it. Whatever. Like that's the fun of this. Is there's so many movies out there, and it's hard to see them all.
Yeah.
So we're forcing ourselves into it. Shaun, tell us your experience on the movie and give us your rating.
Well,
on
it's funny you say that because some movies are just hard to see in general because they haven't been released. And so this movie kind of just did nothing when it came out and like just kind of fell flat.
like Monster Squad, kind
pretty
of, right?
much, yeah. And then just like didn't have a release for a long, long time, and then eventually got this release from Mill Creek, this release right here.
Oh, damn!
But yeah, just sometimes just movies like there's plenty of movies out there that aren't available to watch like anywhere, not even on the internet. It's just like some people know they exist and some people don't.
Some don't.
Okay.
But this one for me, I literally was just scanning
Cool Honeys.
Hey, give me that movie.
Yeah.
I was scanning the aisles of I think it was Brooks and Dunn. No, Brooks and Noble.
Brooks Brothers.
Barnes and Noble.
I was listening to Brooks and Dunn.
I was listening to Brooks and Dunn while going through Brooks Brothers, and then found my way to Barnes and Noble.
You know the song by Brooks and Dunn, Billie Jean. It's really great.
I'm the captain.
Yeah. No, I was just like,
great.
I'm looking for whatever, and if I haven't seen it and the cover sticks out at me, then I just pick it up, and
Fair enough.
like some movies I have like that aren't even unwrapped yet. I just haven't watched them, and this is just one that I popped in one night all alone, and like really enjoyed it.
What's your rating of it? That first time you saw the movie?
I'd have to say I probably saw it like maybe 6 years ago or something like that. But I would have to say I would give it a 6.5.
6.5. We're going to dive into that. We obviously can't give a rating on it.
No, you can't.
But we will at the end.
Yep.
But here's my favorite part of the I've never seen. Before actually watching the movie, we make, the two people that have not seen it, make a snap decision recording about what they thought the movie was about, strictly based off the title of the movie and the movie poster.
Was it this one you guys were looking at?
That is the correct one.
Okay.
Show it to the camera.
There was some additional text above and below, but yes, on the official movie
that's
poster.
fucked up.
And so here is what I thought the movie was about before watching it.
Nice.
Okay, so The Legend of Billie Jean. This woman has an affair with the president, and the president comes out and denies it and says, "No way, Billie Jean was not my lover." And so she becomes famous for that, and everybody is paying attention to her, and that's when she shows off her skills on the tennis court. The weird part about it is she's so good, but everybody kind of already hates her because of the presidential thing, and because she wears like the most insane 80s cut-off sleeve, like neon spandex type stuff, and like the old tennis guard. No, you can't do that. But then she proves that you can play tennis in neon cut-off sleeves.
Yeah.
So that's
Wimbledon.
That's the snap decision. Having known nothing about this movie, that is what I thought it was about.
I love it.
Now give us your take on the back of the
I didn't get to see the back, and had you shown me the back, I'm sure we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Let's hear what AJ had to say.
All right.
Okay, so this movie stars a very young Katy Perry who, through some sort of happenstance, gains access to some sort of magical dangly earring that transforms her into a superhero. In her adventures and mishaps, runs into Michael Jackson and seduces him. Obviously, Michael Jackson's powers are too strong for hers even. He's some sort of superhuman himself in this universe.
Yeah.
And he then goes on to write, the song Billie Jean, and this young Katy Perry goes on to another universe, much like Miss Marvel, and fights crime in other universes. So that's all I've got. I imagine she rides some sort of motorcycle.
Pretty close.
Kind of like Nicolas Cage does in his superhero movie, but that's all I can gather. So
Ghost
this has
Rider.
got to be it, The Legend of Billie Jean. I'm absolutely positive that this is what happened. Thank you. I love you guys. I love everyone. Goodbye.
I wasn't drinking before that.
Shut up.
So
No one believes you.
Let's just go ahead and tell you what, for those playing along that maybe have not seen it to know how wrong we are, here's a quick summary. Average Texas teen Billie Jean Davy is caught up in an odd fight for justice. She is usually followed and harassed around by local boys who one day decide to trash her brother's scooter for fun. The boy's father refuses to pay them back for the price of the scooter. The fight for fair is fair takes the teens around the state and produces an unlikely hero. We were so wrong.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's okay, boys.
But we have watched the movie since. And so Shaun is going to take the reins and guide us through this movie experience, and then we're going to tell you all about it.
All right.
Go ahead, Shaun.
The Legend of Billie Jean, produced by Rob Cohen, you guys.
Yeah.
He's popping up all over the place.
Jeez.
Rob Cohen, Mark Rosenthal, Peter Guber, and John Peters.
Great.
Written by Mark Rosenthal and Lawrence Connor. Cinematography by Jeffrey Kimball. Edited by Cynthia Scheider. Music by Craig Safan.
I like cred.
Yep. Directed by Matthew Robbins, who's the writer of he's written a lot. He's collaborated a lot with Guillermo del Toro, who's got a new movie out now.
Okay.
He wrote Crimson Peak and Mimic, and then he also wrote a movie called Dragon Slayer. The cast is Helen Slater, Christian Slater, not related.
That's weird.
I know.
Prove it.
They play brother and sister with the same last name in real life.
They
actually kind of look alike.
To this day, they get questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Christian Slater said that he was destined to like marry this woman just because they had the same last name. Or
Hey,
something.
we all were.
I think so.
I didn't even see it. And I
I'm
was destined.
glad you guys feel the same. Yardley Smith, Keith Gordon, Richard Bradford, Martha Gaiman, Dean Stockwell, Barry Tubb, and Peter Coyote.
Yeah. What a badass name.
Yeah, I know.
That's pretty dope.
That's great.
Dudes, I got to tell you a story that actually involves our sponsor.
Oh.
So I was living on a sailboat in the British Virgin Islands. I was
Must
at
be
a,
nice.
It was very nice. Currently, I'm very sad.
Yeah.
Then I was very happy.
Yeah.
I was at a place called Norman Island, and there's a boat there called the Willie T. I believe we talked about this in our Patreon episode, right? But I had a couple rums, and I'm hanging out, and our friend was there. He lives down there, and he goes, well, you know what you have to do before you leave? You have to drive the boat around the Willie T naked. That's what you have to do. And I was like, you have to? And he's like, you have to.
You
and of
have
course,
to.
couple rums deep. So, of course, pull down my pants, get on my dinghy, and I rode the dinghy around the Willie T while there was people just going,
With your dinghy flapping in the wind.
my dinghy on my dinghy.
Quit playing with your dinghy.
And what I want to mention is normally even 10 rums deep like I was, I'd be like, I ain't showing this to nobody. However, we
Yes.
just got our sponsor Manscaped. So,
Yep.
of course,
Yep.
before I went down there, I took care of some stuff.
Got to.
And Manscaped gave me the power to do that. And I'm very happy that I did because I was like in peak performance at that point downstairs.
I hope you didn't
yeah.
peek.
I was lucky to have Manscaped's best-selling product, the Performance Package 4.0. I took care of everything before I went. I also brought along the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and the Crop Reviver. I think I even brought one of them here.
yeah.
This
Nice
is
stuff.
Crop Cleanser. I brought it with me just to keep up on my hygiene while I was down there, you know. Get that away from
Don't
me.
touch that way.
So please consider supporting this awesome company that supports our podcast. Use code CONFUSED at checkout. Confused?
Confused?
For 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. If you think there's any remote chance you're going to be in a situation like I was, be prepared. Be the ballsiest gift giver this year ever with Manscaped.
There you go.
Your balls, if they could talk, they would thank you.
Give your balls a tug. That's Letterkenny.
So should we get some ratings going?
I think so. We got to know where this compares in history of everything we've done.
So it's everyone's favorite time of the year. If you want to say it along with me,
Yeah.
our first reviewing thing is the tomato meter. Woo!
Yeah.
I don't know how. I just want to tell our YouTube viewers that we never used to do that with our hands until the video started. But what's the tomato
If you
meter?
come out to live shows and you don't do that, we are done.
Yeah.
Um,
Done.
To Rotten Tomatoes, the critics have this at 50%. And that is
50%.
rotten.
Harsh.
Much better, 75% for the audience.
Oh, that's pretty good then.
Let me tell you where that ranks critically. Tomato meter. That is right below the Burbs, right above the Great Outdoors.
Hey,
Wow.
man, that's good company.
I feel like that's great company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So critics don't always get it right.
Nope. Not always.
IMDb has this at 6.7 out of 10.
6.7. That is funny enough. That is flat on, spot on with The Running Man, which was also an I've never seen movie.
I
So
think so. Also a great company.
I like that a lot. Metacritic has this at 45%, but we don't really give a shit about them.
nobody cares about
Fair
that.
enough.
I got some user reviews and some critic reviews here. One of them is by Guessguard41
You bet.
on May 10th, 2002. 10 out of 10. Excellent movie.
Yeah.
I don't understand why this movie wasn't better received. It says achieved, but I changed it for him. After the Supergirl fiasco, this movie should have made Helen Slater's career. She plays a small Midwestern girl with a
You're wrong. You're totally wrong.
younger brother, Christian Slater, not her real brother, they add. I think that's my job.
Thank
you. Constantly being harassed for being poor. When the motorbike is trashed and vandalized, she goes on the future criminal. She's just saying that, the plot. Peter Coyote is a police investigator who believes her and sticks by her side even when a rich kid, Keith Gordon, fakes his kidnapping. And they just say they like Pat Benatar, 10 stars.
So that's it.
Big Pat Benatar fan.
I like it. Here's what it's about. Goodbye.
It's
Pat
actually a
Benatar.
pretty good review. Should have titled it Pat Benatar.
Honestly, might have been Pat Benatar. Here's one. The Legend of Billie Jean is partly intended as a satire of the American machine of celebrity. but it's mostly supposed to be taken straight. And much of the fun of the movie lies in trying to tell the two apart. That was a rotten review by Paul Atanzio of the Washington Post.
Sounds important.
Here's one other one. It facilitates wildly between excellence and incoherence from moment to moment. It would likely be a cult classic if only anyone remembered that it existed.
Wow.
That was,
actually, that's
I think that's a very solid. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Like, think about Monster Squad had it not had its revival.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yes.
It's this is a great movie, but no one ever saw it.
Totally.
That was by Audrey Fox, Crooked Marquee. I don't know what that periodical is, but hey. Here's the last one here that I'll give you. This is by Kat Tring. 5 out of 5 stars. Verified purchase. Excellent piece of 1980s film history. Reviewed in the United States on June 5th, 2020.
Oh,
well.
So, wow.
What a great and somewhat forgotten piece of 1980s film history. This was such a unique film that somehow got lost in the whole Brat Pack scene that dominated the time period. A bit of a modern take on Joan of Arc. It really holds up well over time. Why Helen Slater never became a megastar is beyond me. Really happy this is available on DVD. And so there's what we have for reviews.
I agree with a lot of that. Like what you're saying, like, yeah, should have been a cult classic, should have been like all that good stuff. But yeah, and why wasn't Helen Slater bigger?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll get there.
She is stunning, and I mean, she was Supergirl, so I don't know.
That's right.
Well, what do you say we dive in on? We do the same thing we always do. We dive in scene by scene.
Let's do it. Well, gentlemen,
Shaun this time.
What do you say we slap on some Pat Benatar, cut our hair to look like Joan of Arc or Billy Idol? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And demand our $608 to fix our Honda Elite from a piece of shit surf shop owner. Fair is fair.
Fair is fair.
Let's go. Scene 1. The movie opens with Billie Jean Davy, a teenager in Corpus Christi, Texas, riding with her younger brother Beeks on his Honda Elite scooter to a local lake to go swimming. At a drive-in, Hubie Pyatt, a rowdy local teen, and his friends hit on Billie Jean, but Beeks humiliates him by throwing a milkshake in his face. Later on at the lake, as Billie Jean tells Beeks about the weather in Vermont, a place he has always wanted to visit, Hubie steals Beeks' scooter. As Beeks goes to retrieve the scooter later that night, Billie Jean goes to the authorities with her friends Putter and Ophelia. Detective Ringwald is sympathetic but urges them to wait and see how things play out. When Billie Jean returns home, she finds Beeks beaten and his scooter severely damaged.
I'll tell you what, I did think, hopefully, this is kind of starting off in a weird place, but I really did think the detective was going to be a sleazeball. Like thinking right off the bat. But I just had to get that out there because it was on my mind.
I guess maybe usually they kind of are in movies like this.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, you're just some stupid kids.
You're just some kid. Look, Billie Jean, you're a good-looking girl. And so you're going to, you know... You're just complaining.
No,
well,
look,
he does.
You're good looking. So
and multiple times in the movie does he be like, she's good looking, ain't she?
Yeah, it's right.
like, it's not really your place to say that.
Okay, we get it.
Can we talk about how unbelievably dope that scooter is?
Oh,
yeah,
dude, I know. Dibs.
No.
God damn.
Yeah.
You can't have the scooter.
Dibs.
All right, fine. We give him the broken scooter.
Damn it.
Yeah, the
Damn,
fucked up
dang
one.
it.
Goddamn dang it.
I want one of the
shit.
Billie Jean hats, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or the Frisbee.
Or a frisbee.
I was going to go with the Frisbee. I'm going to take, I want the final wig she's wearing with the purple headband. I just want the curly long wig.
I wish I could see you wearing that here with your headphones on.
Just saying. You may see it someday.
I would love that.
This is like, I know we've been doing like a few 80s movies here and there, like Christmas Vacation and Christmas Story have been all 80s, but this is like capital 8 80s.
Oh
like bold, underlined, italics. you just can't get any more 80s than this, man. Like even the font of people's names and everything is just like, I'm home.
You're right. You're right.
I'm home right now.
And the intro montage of look at this dope scooter.
Yeah.
Watch us ride it.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Brilliant.
Watch us go to the lake and strip down. I don't like. She couldn't be not wearing any more clothes, I think is the way I want to put it.
Yep.
Right?
She couldn't not be wearing more clothes.
Yeah,
think
she's wearing
ample.
very little clothes.
Okay.
She. We might as well tackle this. Who is the actress's name?
Helen Slater.
Helen Slater is absolutely stunningly beautiful in this movie.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of took me aback
You bet.
because I'd never seen her before.
Yeah.
She clearly never really did anything that I knew about moving forward, and so to see her just in the beginning and then see her dive into the lake, I'm like, thank God, fucking 7-year-old me didn't see this movie.
Yeah.
That's basically what I was thinking.
It would have been life changing. Mike's world would have gone a whole different path.
It's not like I married a blue-eyed, curly-haired blonde girl.
It's a good point.
I would have had more trouble.
Yeah.
She's fantastically perfect for this role. Almost,
It's pretty crazy, and like her accent can kind of vary here and there, but I think it's passable. I really like.
Yeah.
I really like her acting in this a lot.
Unlike Christian Slater, I think Christian Slater kind of loses his.
Does a little bit
for the most part, but young Christian Slater,
15 years old when he made this,
dude, and it's like it's got to be one of his first roles.
Like
or
third
first
on
leading.
IMDb. Yeah, first big role.
Yeah, I mean, like the furthest back I think I remember Christian Slater is like Gleaming the Cube.
Oh, totally, and that's maybe a couple years after this.
And that's after that. He was definitely like in his late teens.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy the way he stands out to me.
He does.
I mean, obviously he's like the only boy pretty much in the entire gang, which is like
Seems like a big difference.
I gotta believe on set it's just like there's no other dudes to hang out with, and like it was even like listening to the commentary, and it was Yardley Smith and Helen Slater, and they're like, I just felt so bad for him because he was like, hey, we're all doing girl talk over here, and he's like doing homework
and they were
on
all
set.
like 21-year-old girls,
Yeah.
and he's 15. That is a massive difference.
Oh wow, yeah.
Like, think about when you were 15 and you had a cousin that was 5 to 6 years older than you. Holy shit. They might as well have been adults at that point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally.
I do want to change my prop. Can I change it? It's another hat.
Okay.
It's his zebra hat. I want the zebra hat.
That's a good call. I
want
like
the
that.
zebra hat.
I
So-
like that.
So I
Sorry,
want
Mike.
the strawberry milkshake.
Okay.
Who's creepier? Question for both of you. The dude with his shirt off, who we know to be Hubie Pyatt,
Yeah.
or the guy taking the photos?
Well,
Who's creepier?
I don't know.
go ahead.
I just
Go ahead.
I think he might be the artist of the group. Maybe he's not
Are
so
you
much of a
sure?
shithead. Like imagine like what that shot might look like. Like maybe he like
It
stopped.
ended up looking good. He took the photo.
That's
on
right.
The back of
That's
the
right.
thing.
I mean,
so he's a good photographer.
that photo when she's mad and obviously doesn't want a photo, I don't agree with. But like on the back of the bike, you can imagine like that action shot and like maybe like ask her later.
Hey,
It's like,
if that one turned out like pretty good, like and he like went up to her and was like, hey, I know I took this without your permission. I'm just trying to get it now, and
But
I
this
think
could
it's
be
a great
on your
shot.
This could be in your Instagram
Yeah,
profile.
maybe your yearbook photo.
Just tag me in it, okay?
Just tag me in
tag
it.
your photos.
Just sign my yearbook and so although normally I would say that guy, I'll get to why I still think it's Puby Lewis in the news. Because it's
Did you say Hubie Lewis?
Hubie Lewis in the news. Puby Lewis, I don't know. He's got those shorts on.
Oh God!
And it's just like, I get it's hot out, man, but you don't get to do that. All right.
In
I
the
don't care
'80s,
who
you
you-
got to do that.
That's so weird. I don't know, man.
I will give it to this movie though. It seems like it's like none of that sweat is faked at all.
Right.
Yeah.
It seems like it was 90 billion fucking degrees the entire time
Absolutely.
in Corpus Christi. Like I can't
So-
imagine.
Although he very well, yeah, okay, you can have your shirt off moment there, Hubie. But I think photo guy, normally I would say like, I literally thought to myself, oh, that's super creepy. He's just snapping shots. But then I think, I mean, that's like a film camera. He's not hanging out with the guys. He's going back to his little studio and he's doing all the work to develop these. I mean, he's an artist.
That's
So-
what I'm saying, man.
I should bump the ISO up next time.
Yeah, it's like, I'm learning. Oh.
while I'm being cool.
Yeah.
It's a step up from the college or the high school paper.
Right.
Shaun, tell me you recognize their mom.
No.
Did you? So
I-
the mom, I can't remember what her name is in the movie. It's Billie Jean's mom. Her actress name is Mona Lee Fultz.
Okay.
I saw it right away. I was like, I go, I know you, but I don't know how I know you. Mitch Kramer's mom in Dazed and Confused.
Oh, fuck me.
Can
Oh
you
my
believe
God.
it?
Damn it.
Mitch Kramer's mom in Dazed and Confused. She is a great mom.
So she she is still single.
Still, but had a couple extra
Couple
kids.
more kids.
Still in Texas.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that she married that guy.
Yeah.
Right.
But then those are Mitch Kramer is his kids.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she married in. She's now Kramer. And yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Just there you go.
With 70s and 80s.
It's a weird time. It's okay. we're vibing.
Shut up.
Yeah. Shut up. Sean.
I do. There's when they go like report to the
copper.
the lieutenant that they stole the bike or whatever. He's like, what kind of bike? He's just like kind of okay, whatever. Like what kind of bike was
whatever
it?
kind of scooter.
It was a Honda Elite. He's like, oh shit,
fuck.
fucking Honda Elite, bro.
He's like,
Really?
damn. He's like, and your brother's hanging out with you, his sister? It's like, you'd be pulling way too much ass on that thing.
But there's no reference to
Get me
that.
on that bitch.
There's no reference to that as somebody who is in 2000 and
No.
soon to be 22.
Yeah.
Watching this movie for the first time, being like, I don't get it. Is that bad or is that good?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
But back then you'd be like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
Well,
That,
didn't
the
she say
color,
like
everything.
Didn't she say it was like their inheritance from their dad or something like
It's
that?
like
or-
an insurance
Yeah.
thing
yeah. Okay.
from his dad must have passed away.
There's a backstory
Right,
there.
that's
Yeah.
some backstory. Dad must have passed away and left some insurance money to them,
Yes.
and he used his insurance money to go get the scooter,
These scooters.
the scooter of
Which is
19
what this whole story, had they just not messed around with fucking Hubie and those guys, there's no story.
Yeah.
This story
Yeah.
does not happen. It's all about the scooter.
It's all
But
about,
also
it's
you
all
gotta-
about the milkshake.
You got brings all the boys to the yard, man. Obviously, we can see that.
Damn right. Well, strawberry, if you would, fucking strawberry.
That's it. That's the clincher right
That
there.
is it.
By the way, I have to make mention that, like, okay, I get it. Hubie's trying to, like, you know, impress Billie Jean and being all cool and stuff. And then he goes up and just slops his tongue all over the straw of that milkshake. And you're just like, too far, bro. Nobody, like, there's consent even for milkshakes now. I get it. Like, this is too much, man. That is not okay.
So you're saying the milkshake didn't even give consent?
No.
And you wanted it from the milkshake?
Oh my
This is
god!
the 80s. There was no
there
consent
was
given
none
on anything
and
in the
that was
80s.
just wrong, bro.
I mean, it's crazy. Like they had no internet, no phones, no like.
Nothing.
They just went around and fucking
Just
sexually assaulted people.
sexually assaulted milkshakes.
Yeah.
While your friend takes photos.
Hey,
and he's filming it.
he's the art one, man. I'm telling you.
Sean really related to
It's just my art, okay?
I relate.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
There's a character in this movie we'll get to. You know who it is.
Okay.
That is.
I want to
me.
ask you questions.
It is me.
I want to ask
Oh
you
no,
so many questions.
it is you. Okay, that's a good point.
Before we move on to the next scene, did you guys recognize Putter right away, though?
Yes.
Yes. Did. Okay,
Yardley
because,
Smith.
I mean, Yardley Smith.
Yeah.
Right away, I was like, what the
Wow.
is that
Yeah.
fucking Lisa Simpson?
Mm,
Like,
yeah.
immediately her voice hit me. Like,
Totally.
because I didn't see her name in the credits, so I
Right.
just went, what? I never saw what she looked like in real life, and immediately was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's
the
her.
The only other movie I know her from, like her face anyway, is Maximum Overdrive.
Okay.
Right.
And she's like pretty much the same character, but like 10 times more obnoxious.
Wow.
In that movie, great,
Putter.
like she's supposed to be.
Right.
What nationality is that?
What
name?
nationalities? Where's anyone's name coming from?
Putter.
Billie Jean, fucking
No
Hubie,
wonder she wants-
Binks, Putter, Octavia, or something like that. What is that?
Ophelia.
Ophelia.
Oh, Ophelia.
That's
Dad,
great,
Dad
AJ.
had some indigestion.
Great job, AJ.
That was just like Ophelia. And there's like that's what came out after
Oh man, that was a bunch
her
of beer
birth.
last night. Oops,
Yeah.
I feel you, dude.
He was still kind of he needed some Beano for his indigestion while at the birthing.
It was
Yeah.
the 80s. They didn't have it yet.
They didn't. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
no, come on. Yellow, different.
Scene
Go ahead.
2.
Scene 2, everyone.
The next day, Billie Jean, Binks, and Ophelia go to Mr. Pyatt's shop to get the amount of $608 to repair the scooter. While initially appearing helpful and understanding, Pyatt propositions Billie Jean and then attempts to rape her.
God.
Meanwhile, Binks has found a gun in the shop's cash register, and while Billie Jean flees from the back of the store clearly distressed, he turns it on Mr. Pyatt, who tells him the gun is unloaded, but Binks fires it, wounding Pyatt in the shoulder. They race away from the shop and become fugitives. By the time Ringwald realizes that he made a mistake not listening to Billie Jean, the situation is spinning out of control. Billie Jean wants only the cash to fix her brother's scooter and an apology from Pyatt. The gang then gets into contact with Ringwald in order to exchange money and get an apology from Pyatt. However, instead of listening to Ringwald's advice, Pyatt, with the help of his son, tried to capture Billie Jean. The gang managed to escape once again and to what they think is a vacant house. They escape again to what they think is a vacant house. Excuse me.
AJ, I'd like to ask you if
Yes, sir.
you were like physically shaken by like, oh my God, the movie's going here.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
blew my mind
I was
that we were like, wait, what is happening?
I was sitting there watching it, and I'm just like, this is not okay. And like my wife at the time is just like, well, don't like where this is going. And it's like, yeah, this isn't gonna be good. And I was like, I hope this isn't going to turn into some like 80s like weird film. Because Shaun suggested it. And
It's a vampire film.
Yeah, it turns out
I do have boundaries, you guys.
It's a horror
God
movie.
damn
You
it.
thought it was going to be
I
a horror
thought it was
movie.
going to turn bad.
You're thinking of me watching this for the first time. You're thinking I'm watching it, being like, yes.
I'm thinking like this is turning into some sort of like Charlize Theron monster vibe, but I'm just like, this is not going to be okay. And I got real concerned. And so that being said, still bad.
It's difficult.
It is difficult.
Well, Mr. Pyatt's like a fucking. Is this like his sex dungeon in the upstairs? Because did you see?
Yeah.
He like covers up a Playboy with his money box.
So yeah, I was watching it. I was watching it again today, and I was asking myself, like, I wonder if he's done this before.
He
No
had to
kidding.
have. He goes up there and fucking jerks off during the day, like
Yeah.
looking down at women coming in and
Yeah.
shit. Like he's a fucking slime.
that dude is Wish Powers Booth.
Yes,
by the way.
he is.
He is.
Damn.
He
Bravo.
is. Yeah, Wish Powers
Yes, he
Booth.
is.
That in this movie,
Yep.
100%.
Besides that, what do you think of like him owning a surf shop? Like, does it make sense to
No.
you
No.
with like this
Powers
guy?
Booth.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah, he just owns the little convenience store, surf shop.
But you've been there. You've gone to like Clearwater Beach, Florida,
Yeah.
and you've seen those like souvenir shops.
Yeah.
But they're mega corporations where they just churn shit out and make
Yeah.
profit just cause.
It's just
That
it's
feels that to me. Like
You get
he's
little
just like,
sand
I don't
dollars
give a
with your
fuck.
name on it.
Yeah.
massive
Oh,
wholesale.
We can airbrush your name on a shirt,
But
little
it-
kid.
I guess it
Yeah.
does make sense later in the film when he does make all the fucking merch and shit.
Yeah.
You know, like he's
Good
just
point.
he's just a bitch ass about it. What I was gonna say is that the movie it's cool that the movie like has this sort of villain where you're like, oh, like no matter what he does, there's no redemption in this guy. So
Yeah.
whatever happens to him, he deserves every bit of
Yeah.
what's coming to him. You know, I like that about the movie where it's just like a clear villain, and you really fucking hate him right off the bat.
Well, we talk about humanize the goons all the time.
Not this guy.
That's where the line has been drawn.
Yeah.
Like we humanize Chong Li in Bloodsport.
Chong Li or like any minions.
Yes.
Any group of
Johnny Lawrence,
Yeah.
whatever. But this guy is beyond a goon.
Mhm.
He is a just pure evil person. You cannot humanize this man. So
He is
we are going to stricken humanize the goons from the record on this show.
Yes.
There you go.
So she goes to get it sounds I'm not saying it sounds like a small amount of money, but at the same time it sounds like kind of it's like, okay, but maybe you should just kind of like take this one on the chin and walk away for $608 at this point. But I had to look it up.
Okay.
Do you know,
I was going to and I didn't.
do you
because I
know
wanted-
what $608 is worth in 1985?
I never have any idea.
Great. About
2,500?
how much?
2,500?
No, not quite that much.
1,500.
1,500. It's actually
That's
1,500.
worthwhile amount of money to go after.
$1,503
Fair
and
is
some
fair.
change. Fair is fair. Give me my $1,500. That's some money I could use. Goddamn
It's
it!
Yeah.
bullshit that the cops wouldn't. You got so much evidence to just be like, this dude fucked us up. Like, and
And
like,
he's
just go to
like
the cops.
he's in like influencing the investigation the entire time. It's just kind of weird, you know.
Also very fucked up.
Yeah.
Because
and he's not even like a higher up. Like I figured like in that case it might be just like a representative of the state or something like that. Where it's like, well, okay, we have to listen to him. You know. I don't know.
he is. He's like calling these shots and like like you say, influencing how this investigation is going to go, being like, well, I got shot, and that's all you need to know. And it's like, yeah, but you also tried to rape somebody.
But he did get shot. Like that sort of gets swept under the rug.
He did get shot.
Even after this, they're just like trying to find them, but there's like no, oh, by the way, you shot someone. Christian Slater. They don't ever really talk. I don't care if he said the gun was loaded, but he did shoot someone.
I'll be honest with you. I am glossing over the fact that he took a bullet.
the dude took a bullet.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't know what the statutes are like, because like when we see it, obviously Pyatt's gonna say like, yeah, he pointed the gun at me and shot me, but I don't know what the statutes are of like, he's like looking at it like this and it just goes off.
Yeah.
I don't know if
there's no security cameras.
That's true.
His word versus their word.
Yeah,
this
that
kid
does
shot
suck.
me.
That does suck.
Did you guys recognize Hubie?
His face a little bit. What is he?
He played the following year. He played Wolfman in Top Gun. He was one of the.
Oh shit!
He was Iceman's co-pilot.
Nice.
Wolfman.
So he was already ready for the shirtless sweatsuit.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Like that's probably why they hired him for Top Gun. They're like, you see what he looks like with that shirt off and the sweat?
Yeah.
He's gonna be perfect for that beach volleyball scene.
It's like, well, put on some Kenny Loggins. Let's see how he does.
How about some Pat Benatar?
Yeah.
Nah, not this one.
Doesn't
not
get
this
the,
time,
Doesn't
man.
get the glands going like.
Look at his pec muscles go. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, Kenny.
Damn, those are good.
Oh, fuck.
I like when he does come into the shop and like the holdup's already going on. He's like, take the gun from him. He's like, he's got a gun. He's just like
holding like munchies.
Yeah.
He's still holding on to his snacks.
I wish he turned into more of like that comedic kind of like useless son character. Like, I mean, he is pretty fucking useless.
He is,
but I just wish it was more comedic.
Yeah, it is. It is more. It's more sad than comedic.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not even a joke how pathetic he is. He just is.
God. I'll tell you what, I missed malls all of a sudden. When
Yeah.
they got to that mall and that's where everybody was hanging out at, I was like, oh, I missed that.
That thing's unfortunately closed down. Obviously, like every
no shit. that mall's closed down.
some malls are open. Like there's actually a YouTube.
You got it. I'm sorry, Shaun.
It's fine.
You wouldn't believe.
Sounds like me going, did you recognize Hubie?
Did you recognize that mall is probably knocked down now? It's actually
It doesn't fucking exist.
it's actually abandoned right now, and
and
so
that's where they shot
so you can't-
Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
exactly.
Okay.
So you can't shoot there anymore.
When they get to the mall, this is the 80s to a T to me. They're in the mall and they're starting to establish that there's undercover cops all around, and the two main cops, like, kind of like one guy like fake punches him and the other guy goes,
Yeah.
like there's something going on between those two guys. That subtle scene. Those guys were a little too like lovey-dovey,
Little
in
too
their
buddy-buddy
eyes. A
in
little
the-
too buddy-buddy.
Taking buddy cop to a whole new meaning.
I don't know why that. I rewound that to be like, that guy's longingly looking at the other guy.
Come on, man. No,
Hey, we're working.
we got a job to do.
One of them's just like making his rounds around the mall, and he comes up to him. He's like, "Hey man, how's it going? Yeah, it's good to see you, buddy."
Quit trying to Mel Gibson me, damn it.
So,
You're my work husband.
yeah.
So last
My
night?
work husband.
You got anything to say about last night?
We got. Let's just focus on today, okay?
Okay, you're right.
I'm sorry. That was very funny to me. That was very 80s to me.
So
I don't know what they were trying. Like, what are they trying to do by having Hubie jump out of the weeds?
that
the
was
fountains.
That was not the cops. That was Pyatt.
Yeah.
But what Sean's saying, what was going to happen?
Oh well,
was
he was
Hubie just going to grab her and
he
they
was
were going to be
gonna
like, yeah.
Because
Get her and we
because the
got her.
lieutenant's like, yeah, this is all good to go. Like it doesn't seem like they're gonna press charges or anything. I mean,
Well, okay, so
Just give her the money. And it wasn't even Pyatt's money, so just give it to her.
yeah.
let me throw this at you. What was the point of having them meet up and everybody's waiting around? Let's say Pyatt does in fact just hand over the money.
Why is there cops there?
And then why is Billie Jean just gonna go and walk back up the down-going escalator? Like she just gonna walk? They're just gonna be like, okay, good, she got the money. Everybody clear out.
Yeah,
No,
that was not explained.
we still have to go through. Well, somebody did get shot, and
Okay,
why?
so you're right. They're still going to apprehend them.
They're still gonna apprehend the kids, right?
Yes.
but they needed this exchange of money to
lure them in.
I guess. But I don't know. That to me was just a little. It was a little bit weak on the writing.
The writing.
Yeah, just a little.
So
weak.
we don't negotiate with terrorists is pretty much what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like they're just gonna apprehend him anyways. Why didn't they just do it regardless?
Why
Get
did
Hubie to do it.
Yeah.
Don't get Hubie to do it.
Why did they?
Hubie now.
Hubie.
Gary Busey just pops out. Hubie.
Have you seen a little dog?
Go on, boy.
Why did they?
Yeah, Dad.
Why did they? Is this just a sign of the '80s that instead of just playing Billy Idol's Rebel Yell, they sped it up 20 beats per minute?
They did. They totally did.
I
See,
tapped it out.
I loved it.
It was 185 beats per minute. The original was 165 beats per minute. Why did they do that?
I guess it's not intense enough. Like, it's they're running from the cops, and they're just like, we got this. Why don't we just pick another song? No, we have the rights to this, and
We
it's
already
going in the film.
We already bought this one.
Actually, we don't have the rights. That's why we're speeding it up, make it our own.
That way YouTube doesn't catch us later on in life.
I couldn't figure that out. I'm like, am I stoned?
Yes, I am. But
I'm
is
going to
this
say
wrong?
this. I'm going to say this. I really enjoyed this version of it. It sounded like a little bit more of a raw version.
Yeah.
Maybe it was because they didn't like let it detune or something.
No, they did. So they let it as they sped it up. The pitch increased.
They didn't bring the pitch back down to normal.
So whenever you heard Rebel Yell on the radio or anything like that, or like even in Wedding Singer, you're just like, you know what this song needs? 5 more BPM.
Yeah.
Up,
Yeah.
up 2 octaves
Please.
and 10 more dBM.
Well, I couldn't help
BPM.
it realize it felt very much like the Breakfast Club running scene.
Yeah.
And that one, like, what was it called? Like something on the run, Man on the Run. But it's kind of a slower paced song. Rebel Yell would have been that way, and they would have had to slow down the actor running to get the timing right on it. You know what I mean? They're just like, all right, I get it.
The whole marbles and shit like that. Like, it's like, this
Yeah.
is why this movie is like just cheesy and fun, you know?
Totally.
Like, and then the lieutenant like looks at her while like people are spilling over the marbles and stuff. He's like, oh, cool.
Oh man, these kids.
Isn't she cute? You know? Like,
She's an attractive woman, isn't she?
Boy,
she's
she
very
is
attractive.
attractive, isn't she?
That's the 4th time he said
yeah,
that.
we need to capture her. So.
Fucking Lieutenant Ringwald, Molly's dad.
Exactly.
He kind of reminds me of Jackie Brown, the detective in Jackie Brown.
Oh, okay.
Sort of is how that's
Yeah.
almost feels the same character.
You
to me.
mean,
Max Cherry?
oh, like the bail bondsman guy?
Yeah, the
Okay.
the bail bondsman Max Cherry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why his character feels the same to me.
It just seems
They kind
chill.
of look the same.
Just
but-
seems chill until he has to like get into action. You know?
Okay.
I do like Peter Coyote in this a lot. Like
Very
I
good.
like his role in this.
I do too. Again, not to keep the wish joke running or beating it like it's a dead horse, but Peter Coyote feels like a little bit of a more reserved Harrison Ford from the 80s. Like, I look at him and I'm just like, from a distance in that jacket, I'm like, that's Harrison. Nope, it's not. and I'm like, okay. Now Peter Coyote exists in my world. I can now see him as that role. It's fine.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Hey guys, it's AJ from the Confused Breakfast, and if you've been listening to the show, you know I'm not necessarily the biggest whiskey drinker. Until now.
Whoa!
Thanks to Cedar Ridge Distillery, born and poured locally right here in Swisher, Iowa. Every morning I wake up to the sweet, sweet smell of mash and malt cascading through the cornfields that pray they're chosen to be made into the Cedar Ridge whiskey. Ooh. Slowly I've evolved my more manly
I'm not cutting this.
Slowly, I've evolved with more manly body hair and musk, but that's another ad read.
You bet.
Refining my palate with their flagship bourbon, feeling the heat with their number 9 Slipknot collaboration, and finally understanding the purity of their quintessential American single malt. It's obvious now why they've been named Distillery of the Year in 2017, and I'm happy to share that they're available in stores throughout the Midwest or available to order online at cedarridgewhiskey.com. So thank you, Cedar Ridge Whiskey, for showing me the way, and you can find your way at cedarridgewhiskey.com. CedarRidgeWhiskey.com.
CedarRidgeWhiskey.com.
CedarRidgeWhiskey.com.
Scene 3. With help from Lloyd Mulder, the teenage son of the district attorney who voluntarily becomes her hostage, Billie Jean makes a video of her demands featuring herself with her long blonde hair chopped into a crew cut and a revolutionary-style wardrobe including combat boots, fatigue pants, and a wetsuit top with the sleeves torn off. As media coverage increases, Billie Jean becomes a teen icon, and young fans follow her every movement. Kind of a short scene. I know it's just like them in the house and everything like that,
It's
but
kind of important though.
I feel like there's a lot happening in this house.
Well, the biggest part of it, I think, is that Shaun comes into scene. On here.
So maybe Shaun could explain to me what the fuck was going on in Lloyd's house.
So when tell me this, when Katie goes away and then it's just you in the house and maybe Theo's there, maybe he's not. You dress up as a wolf man, right?
And do like a haunted house scene.
You put on like the audio and like spooky sounds, right?
Yeah.
This is your life.
Yeah.
And then you play guitar.
I get so like yes. Okay. Yes, all of that. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I like horror movies. I like to scare people. I think it's fun. And I think people like me for it. I think that's why I'm on the show.
So you can explain to me what because he didn't know anyone was going to show up at his house. So you can explain to me that like he literally was walking around with a mask on with a full-on haunted house setup in a room just for himself.
Sometimes when you get some new toys, you get some cool lighting, you get some new masks and everything like that. Like you just want to test them out and get the vibe going.
Ooh, I got a cauldron. It looks like things are bubbling in it. It's got neon lights in it.
I swear to God, I've done this before. Like in high school too, where I'm just I'm playing music and I'm like filming myself like.
We got to get those tapes.
I filmed myself like I injected like red vines with red with fake food
blood,
coloring and fake blood, and then I put them on like a surgery or like a cutting board and I cut them in half and I saw the blood come out and I filmed it because it's really cool. It's really cool.
Then you won't.
I'm not kidding.
I don't want Shaun.
What's weird?
I don't want you to take this the wrong way.
Why? I don't. I can't be offended.
No, because I did not think of you when I watched this scene. You brought this up. So this thought process is coming from me not thinking
a
about
guitar, and then he pulls out a fucking inhaler mic.
Yeah.
God damn it. I didn't.
An inhaler.
I didn't think about you. Did you think about Shaun? No. See, I didn't either.
Chainsaw Massacre. Who are you thinking about?
This guy.
Okay.
This guy.
Keith Gordon.
So Keith Gordon.
Keith
This is what I want to say. Keith Gordon is so weird to me because of course a year later Back to School came out and he was the lead character in Back to School. And
not to be confused with Keith David.
No, not at all.
But I don't buy him. And again, this is where I don't want you to take offense because I think you're fucking hot as fuck and I love you. I do not buy Keith Gordon as a love interest in anything that he's in.
You got to have the gift of gab.
The gift of gab.
You got to talk to him.
Got to make him laugh.
You got to make him laugh. You got to talk him in the room. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like I know.
Talk him in the room.
Talk him in the room.
Like Pyatt?
No. That he swindled her. That's money. I wouldn't ever do that.
Okay, money and then gift
like,
of gab.
come see my masks.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
This is my favorite episode that we've ever done.
I do like you just like you're right though. You're like how are you not expecting? How are you expecting people? It seems like you're expecting somebody, like even kind of like creepily walking backward to the window and like it's a fucking slide. It's like and the slide's lit up already and the pool's already lit.
He knew.
I don't understand.
He had this all set up. Like maybe
he's waiting for this day where people are showing like
we know his dad's not coming home anytime soon.
I'll leave my doors unlocked and just one of these days. It's one of these days I'll get some.
I'll permanently wear this mask until then.
He was trying to scare the help, like the people that work for the house.
This house was the inspiration for Blank Check.
Think so?
It has to be.
I love it.
It reminded me quite a bit of it.
Immediately when I'm like, there's a goddamn water slide out of the upstairs bedroom.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty badass.
What do you guys know about Joan of Arc? like the whole thing, the whole story,
Yep.
and everything like that.
Was that an actual movie?
Yeah, there's like several inklings of that movie. That story
Right.
has been told, but that one in particular, I think is the most famous one.
Okay.
And it's actually pretty brutal. It's actually really good. It's like one of the best like shot like POV shots of in cinema history. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Obviously the whole story is like kind of based around that, but I didn't really realize that until like, oh, Joan of Arc. Yeah, you got it.
That's kind of the idea. This is like the basis, and they just wanted to make like kind of a blatant reference. I
yeah,
guess,
like
at
an
this point.
updated, cool, Honda Vespa
Honda Elite
yeah, version of it.
I did it.
the Honda Elite of Joan of Arc.
Exactly, dude. You get it?
Oh, totally get it.
I didn't quite understand where she got for two things. Where did she get the wetsuit?
Yeah.
And two, how the fuck did she cut the sleeves off of that thing?
I got
Those things are thick.
Those are thick. Those things are not easy to just get through. Like, but at this, I think that's harder to believe than where she actually got it, considering all the shit that fucking dude has.
You never know.
Like, he's got the mask, he's got the suits, he's got it all.
Yeah. He probably has a scuba diving like tank that he can go into his pool with.
Correct.
Yeah. Do you
100%.
You know, do you have you got a lot of stuff here. Do you have like maybe let's say a football helmet full of cottage cheese?
Cottage cheese.
So yeah, I got that right here.
Oh yeah, it's in the fridge.
Do you happen to have like you have moon boots? Like, well, yeah, I got them from Guts. It's fine.
Moon boots.
Do you have like an actual like Lunar One replica of like the moon lander? It's like, yeah, it's in the next room over here.
Oh yeah, totally.
I'm sure he's got it all.
That's on set 3.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? This guy's just got it all in his house.
I mean, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was definitely a slow part of the movie. It's that middle bring it down, but it establishes now the most important part of the movie is that now she's transformed into this.
Yeah.
I'm not taking no fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they filmed that video, and then it's on from here, man.
It's on.
Did you guys like the video? Were you impacted by this video?
I mean, no.
Well, it's like for me, it was like if it was on national news, right? And like I'm sitting up here in Iowa, right? And
you're just like sitting back in your recliner, beer in your hand. Wait, what fuck is this?
Wait, who's that? Is that American Gladiators?
I love that shit.
You go back, and you're like, and then you go, it's like, and it's some girl, barking about she's for $608.
Dude, you just nailed that. You just shattered this story because you're right. If this was now, people would be like, fuck her. Fuck that bitch. I have my own problems.
No, I can definitely see, especially just turning the channel and seeing what's going on. Like, what's this? And then getting the gist. Like, nah, fuck it. Office season 5, episode 2 again.
Turn Netflix back on to Hulu Live. No.
Kind of like, isn't that like Tommy Boy?
Yeah,
when the guy's like, hey, don't you know him? Yeah, I bought breakfast from him. Put back on Looney Tunes.
Yeah, it's like, I thought we were watching cartoons. You guys want this or American Gladiators? Gladiators.
You just shattered this whole movie for me, man.
I'm saying,
because you're absolutely right. Like, no big deal.
No,
sorry.
It's like
life's hard.
It sucks, but it's like all right. Well, I'm moving on because I got other things to do today. I got to mow. So, and then the whole the one thing is like the fair is fair. I love the tagline, but at the same time, I hate the pose.
I know.
Yeah, could have done without the pose. Don't do the pose.
The tomato meter.
The tomato meter. Fair is fair.
Yeah, I'm not into it either. Especially like later on when it like catches on a little bit more.
Yeah.
And Yardley Smith has something to do with it.
Putter does it. It's not good.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Let's move it on.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah.
Facing uncertain dangers, both physical and legal, Billie Jean is forced to turn in her friends Putter and Ophelia to the cops for their safety. When Ringwald arrives at the abandoned miniature golf course where the group has taken refuge and demands to know where Billie Jean is, Ophelia defiantly replies, "Everywhere." Pyatt issues a bounty for her apprehension, but Ringwald counters with a more peaceful offer, and promise to repair Binks' scooter. Billie Jean realizes that the best plan is to turn herself in. There's a Billie Jean rally being held where a brand new scooter is offered to Billie Jean to turn in herself and Lloyd. Binks puts on a dress pretending to be Billie Jean walking behind Lloyd. However, Hubie starts yelling that it isn't Billie Jean and the police shoot Binks.
Ooh. This was weird for me because you could tell they were ramping up for this ending.
Yeah.
And the action was going to start happening again, but then it just felt weird. All of a sudden, it's like, now she's Joan of Arc, and she helps people. And there's that random scene where the kids are like, you got to come help this little kid.
Yeah.
And then they go do that.
Right.
And then there's a fucking shootout on the road
Yeah.
from a hillbilly truck driver, 4x4.
Yeah.
But, like, these things just happen, and then, like, this is the new world now. It felt really weird to me at this point in the movie.
Can I reiterate? Over $608.
Over $608. Well, but it's not.
It's the principle of the thing.
It's not the principle of the money anymore.
Fair is fair. But
It's getting Mr.
I get
Pyatt.
it. I get it.
Mr. Pyatt needs to get his.
He does
Is
need to
really
get
what
his.
I feel is what this is about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, definitely. I mean, it's the social justice
Yes.
aspect of it is like what they're looking for, and
Yeah.
rightly so.
They're
with
trying to
this kind of
cancel him.
bullshit. Well, yeah, he should be erased.
Yes.
You know.
But yeah, no, I agree. It's just, but it is $1,500 at the time, right? Was
Yeah.
it
About
$1,500?
$1,500 at the time. I get
mean,
that.
I would kill over that right now.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
a holiday
actually very
season.
true.
I would
Yeah.
kill over that.
I'm
right
into
now.
it.
I just have to say, at this point, like as it's like blowing up. It went from statewide to like national, to like big time news, right? And the whole time, like Detective Molly's dad,
Ringwald.
Molly, is just saying this whole time is basically just trying to keep everything. He's taking money out of his own pocket.
Yeah.
And just saying, I'll get the fucking scooter fixed, okay? Would you just please stop this? You're ruining my career at this point.
Because he fucked up.
Yeah, well, he did. He did mess up, and he's trying to like take ownership, but at the same time, he's just like, will you please just stop this? This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's kind of funny to me that he's like, I know he's taking it seriously, but somehow he's like, all right, come on in. It's time to quit playing games.
Well, but like around him though, even more dumb people are saying just like, we're gonna shoot him.
Yeah.
You know, like Dean Stockwell's character was district attorney, right? Keith Gordon's dad in this.
Rest in peace.
Yes. Like he's just like, oh, we're just gonna gather more troops and we're gonna get the whole squad on him and everything. And obviously Pyatt's like, yeah, let's. I agree with that. Let's do that.
Yeah, they're armed and dangerous. You
Again-
better influencing this investigation.
Exactly. Again, a surf shop owner.
Yeah.
Living on the beach, masturbating 10 times a day up in his fucking loft, just influencing
his
the
jerk shop.
district attorney of Corpus Christi. Let's take it into account a little bit.
Jesus.
Jerky Pyatt's influencing the district attorney. God damn.
That was also the same reaction I had when Mr. Pyatt was like attempting rape.
Yeah.
The, like was the same reaction I had when Putter had her period. I was just like, I was literally
Jeremy
like,
is just shocked at the words you just used.
Our producer has not seen this movie either. You can hear him laughing in the background. We just
Putter
had
in her period.
we just had a shoot. We just had a shootout where like real bullets were flying. And then a little girl gets her period and wants a diaphragm. I'm just saying, this movie got weird.
It's like this weird take on like, it's like, oh, shootout, that's how you become a man. And it's like, nope.
No.
Let's
You
go
become a
different
woman.
route, okay?
And she says finally, so that
Yeah.
it just was very strange to me.
It's.
Yes.
I mean, we're not women.
No,
we're not.
Like,
no, not at all.
No,
the dude in the bag's like, ew, gross. And then Billie Jean's like, no, it's beautiful. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know if we like. Let's maybe save all this like
The
stuff for
timing
later.
of it was weird.
Yeah,
is what I'm trying to say.
Like, it's a great thing. Yes,
Like,
I'm excited for you, but like, we got to get out of here. People are literally trying to kill us.
you got shot. Nope.
I'm ready for babies. That's what's happening.
It's happening.
That's all I have to say.
Genre fans out there will be excited that Caroline Williams, who is in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, was the wife in the car that the guy was shooting at.
Really?
Yeah, she's cool and she's a good actress. But
It looks cool. She needs to leave that guy though.
Really does.
Yeah, that guy's a piece of shit.
I thought I remembered that car blew up the first time I watched it, but I guess it didn't, which would have been kind of cool. The body count rises.
No,
Hell
it just did some sort of like monster truck grave digger flip off the thing and just
Cardboard
bounced
cut
around.
out people inside.
Yep, yeah.
Oh man. I also had another weird thing. Like they got to that country club.
Yeah.
It felt like a scene that just that went wrong. They just didn't think about it. They get to the country club. Fucking Binks steals a car and pulls up with it. And it's like, get in.
Yeah, you're right.
But then he gets out and they all run away.
Another big issue I had, man. This is just a big issue I had with this. It's like, hey, we're all good to go. We're just borrowing the car, right? All right, sounds good, guys. Everybody get in. We can just get out of here. And it's like, nope. Then there's cops running after you, and you all just jump out of the
We're
car.
out of the running car.
Yeah, we get out of the
Yeah.
we get out of the getaway vehicle.
We get out of the car that will drive 70 to 80 miles an hour to run 5 miles an hour.
right.
But then they hide in another abandoned mini golf thing. Is there usually a mini golf thing next to golf courses?
This is the 80s, yes.
Yeah, okay.
There was mini
Okay.
golf courses all over that area.
You were
of the world.
16 in 1983?
Yes.
They hid there beforehand. They hid there beforehand.
I think
I know.
I think it's the
And
same place, but
Right.
It might be the
and,
same.
And you're like, but that's it's like they keep going back to this like some sort of secret hideout, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel, and then
I thought it was a different one. You guys think it's the same?
I think it's the same.
Okay.
there's just a I makes abandoned putt-putt
I guess a
courses
little bit more.
around Texas, littering Texas. Real
Corpus
estate.
Christi.
I don't
Corpus
understand.
Christi, the originally thought as the putt-putt capital of the world, now abandoned.
I want to ask you guys a question though. What do you guys like? We sometimes have issues. Mostly me anyway. Has issues of like the romance in movies that aren't needed. What do you guys think about this one with Keith Gordon and Helen?
So there was romance there?
You could say yes, there was.
Apparently.
Okay.
Again,
Talk him in, man. You got to tell him about your filmmaking prowess and
Yeah.
you know about Joan of Arc, and it gets him right in.
Sounds like, please tell me you like the romance.
and you usually you have to do like a routine, like a Boys to Men routine in front of the. Is that right, Shaun? Is that
Should we go into it? I don't think we have time.
No, I that's what I meant earlier. That's what I meant earlier.
It was Backstreet Boys.
Sorry.
Son of a bitch.
This would have been New Kids on the Block.
Yes, it would have been.
No, that's what I told you earlier. I just don't buy him as a romance
love interest.
interest, especially for Billie Jean, who
Thank you
clearly
for looking me in the eye while you said it.
clearly. Shaun, I hate you. No, yeah, but I guess it needed to happen in the film, or did it?
I don't really think so. Still, like I think he just could have been like a cool character that helped help the group get along and stuff
but
like
also
that.
learned he got confidence himself.
Yeah.
in the whole process.
And you're right. It doesn't seem like they have much chemistry, even as actors. Really,
no.
It seemed like really fast and really
Yeah.
forced a little bit, but I still like for the cheesiness aspect of it. I'm like I appreciate it, I guess,
Yeah.
just because it's like I like to see people get together. That's fun, you know.
Correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't mean to skip ahead on anything, but did they eventually kiss?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're assuming they went all the way in the mini
in
golf.
the mini golf.
in the mini golf
guess.
cave.
Yeah.
So
We're
he-
assuming.
He hit the hole in one on the final.
Let me see where that's written down. Pull that up right now.
Are you sure?
He hit the hole in one.
God damn it, AJ.
On the back nine, eh?
Oh my god.
On only the third date.
But then things get super crazy though. Now we've got this beach party, which the only thing I could think about when all this is happening, this is a near chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And now we've got
This is Amity Island level of chaos.
dude, and now we've got cops showing up
Yeah.
with guns.
Snipers.
That all I could think about was if this happened now, all the cell phones out and
Oh,
the
sure.
social media that would have ensued
Dude.
over that moment of this cop shooting a guy and then like pandemonium. That's all I could think about of the difference between when we're coming up on fucking 40 years from when this movie was made and how different that is. It's nuts to me.
I can't believe it's like this like almost somehow sanctioned party that gets to happen. They have the barriers up, but they're partying inside the barriers and they're drinking and they're buying merch and
it's
like
pretty good.
It's like they're ready for a concert that's not gonna happen. and then like the snipers roll in and you're like crowd control, and I'm just like, boy, this is 85.
Yes.
Man, by the way, there's a ton of great 80s outfits in this.
So much.
I mean, there is some brilliant 80s like trucker hat, long hair, like shades and cigs,
a lot of mustaches,
and I'm telling you, some Coors Banquet out there, and oh man, it's a lot of great stuff happening.
I do like. I want to kind of go back to when they do first kiss. I do like that part where it's just like, oh, they just shared like a kind of a sweet kiss and that's it, you know. But then like they kiss, she smiles kind of a little bit. She's like, this is all just a big mistake. like immediately after. I think she's referring to like the whole situation. But I'm just like, that relationship didn't last long at all.
No, there's no chance.
Timing was rough there, Billie Jean.
If it was me, I'm just so insecure. I'd just be like, oh shit, well,
you're
fuck
right.
me. And then I'm walking into the ocean.
My bad.
I'm staying there.
Staying in the ocean.
Staying there.
What do you guys think about like the fake out attempt with Christian Slater?
I bought it.
I did
totally,
too.
Totally bought it.
The wide shot, I'm like, he looks good as a girl.
Yeah,
he looks great.
He's hot,
he looks
man.
really
He's hot.
He's like,
damn, like
he's 15, but he looks great.
I'm just saying, in reference of
If
how
it
old,
was her,
you know,
it was when you put it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got you.
Thank
But then you get Hubie's bitch ass like going,
It's not him, you guys.
Where that guy comes out of fucking nowhere
Yes.
every single time. Like he comes out of the bushes earlier. He comes in from the door beforehand with all his munchies. He comes out of a massive crowd like he's supposed to be there.
Yeah,
he's
gets
supposed to
past
be
the
helping
barrier.
his dad with the merch sales.
He's the son of the surf shop owner.
Yeah.
You don't know he's got special privileges,
does.
AJ?
He just passes up these barriers, and he's just a part of the investigation, I guess.
you guys, not him, not her.
Hey, I'm running out in the line of fire.
He's got
Ooh.
like a towel in his
Yeah,
hand.
yeah, exactly. Those are probably his shorts from earlier, but that's fine. God,
I don't know. All the gunshots in this movie are like pretty lucky.
can I make a bold suggestion here? Can I call Hubie the most punchable face in this movie?
Yeah, I'm down.
Are we there yet? Or
No, we're there. But
I mean,
you really think he's
Both Pyatt's?
Yeah,
Can we
the
just throw 'em
Pyatt,
in
can we
there?
just lump them in together?
Just
I
piles?
think so.
Yeah,
The Pyatt family is
Yeah.
just the most punchable.
piles.
The
Pile
most
Pyatts.
punchable Pyatts.
They are the punchable.
The punchable
Can we
Pyatts.
remind ourselves to always have a punchable face award?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
cool.
think it's important.
That's your reminder.
I think it's important.
It is.
Yeah.
People are demanding the prop segment,
Yeah.
and I think we should just bring back the punchable face.
Punchable face is important.
There's always one.
Yeah.
Always.
Oh
Always
God,
one.
yeah.
Let's
So-
finish this shit. What
You
do
guys
you say,
ready to
man?
finish out? Billie Jean runs to catch the ambulance taking Beeks away, but doesn't make it. She suddenly sees a booth with Billie Jean merchandise run by Mr. Pyatt. Billie Jean confronts Pyatt and gets him to admit the actions that led to him being shot. He gives Billie Jean the money, but she refuses to take it all and rams her knee into his crotch, sending him sprawling to the ground and knocking over a nearby torch. She then tells him to keep his money and to go buy somebody else, throwing the money back in his face. Pyatt gets to his feet as the overturned torch begins to set his merchandise stand on fire. The onlookers, including Hubie, seeing how Billie Jean was exploited and their indirect involvement in it, throw all the Billie Jean merchandise into the rapidly growing fire and leave in disgust. As the merchandise stands burned down, Billie Jean departs as well, but not before thanking Ringwald and giving Lloyd a kiss. Later, Billie Jean and Beeks, in an arm sling, because he's shot,
Of course.
are hitchhiking in Vermont. Beeks, after complaining about the cold, admires a red snowmobile. Fucking end.
Real quick. Don't mean to go backwards on you guys, but is it a weird freeze frame to finish off the movie?
It is. It's very weird.
Like,
It's freeze framing
I get it.
in a no.
But-
I don't even say you get it. Freeze frames on not the main
Not
character.
the main character.
in non freeze frameable spot.
Like
He's like looking back at a snowmobile.
It's
Yeah,
the
he's
most
like-
awkward. Like he's not even. It's not even like a good walking stance. It's
No.
like they caught him like halfway. Like you ever see those pictures of people like take a picture like they're running in stride. They're just like.
Yeah, he's mid-turn. One eye is this way, one eye is facing forward. Somehow that happens to us in pictures. It's fucking crazy, dude. While the credits roll.
That's what they're gonna freeze frame on. It's like, oh yeah, ooh. It's like somebody saw like the red snowmobile that wasn't actually a prop, and they're like, it kind of looks like the scooter from the story earlier.
Sure.
And now it's like,
Sure.
that's it.
They had to have skipped something. Because if we're going to talk about the ending, not only was the freeze frame weird, but what the fuck is happening here? Like she is hitchhiking, but then she turns around and sees Binks come out, and then she looks surprised to see him.
Oh, Binks.
No, she does. She's
You made
like,
it to Vermont?
Oh, it's Binks. But how did they did they come together? Or did they not? I don't understand what happened at the end of this movie.
I think they're just like, we'll go for the silent ending. We're just gonna show them. We'll show and not tell.
We'll just show them that they were in Vermont.
It's like, we need you to tell us.
Show and not tell. Here it is.
Here's this character. Here's this one. Here's a snowmobile. Yeah.
We're setting you up for Billie Jean too, Lost in Vermont. It's like, what the hell
There's
are you
more
talking-
rapists, and they're in Vermont.
Turns out.
Not to skip to the end, but
I'm sorry.
no, you're all right. That's where I wanted to say.
It seemed a little weird to me too when the ambulance drove away that she just like kind of abandoned that. Like when she like, did you not see where he was shot? Like wouldn't you want to go and like see if your brother's okay, then maybe come back and do some justice or something?
Right.
Is she assuming that he's dead and this is her best chance?
Maybe. And then maybe that's why she's surprised to see him.
But then that's like a souvenir shot. How did he get there? Without her knowing. And why was she in the exact same? Never mind. But are you content with Pyatt's fucking ending? Like this really does nothing to him.
I mean, it kind of outs him. All the shit's burned up. I think, hopefully that like his business is taken away, and I mean, maybe does a little bit of time for just like obstructing justice, maybe, or I don't know.
He lost his like cash cow, basically his little golden goose that he was making all this money. That was the most. I have to say, like of all the things. This guy might be the worst person in cinema history. And I'm not talking about supervillain or like world domination bullshit. I'm talking about, this is a person who exists in a community who tried to rape some 17-year-old girl and then used her likeness to make thousands of dollars on merchandise and then also, but while also manipulating an ongoing investigation that became a national investigation to just keep progressing his bullshit like merch running store. Like this is the worst person I've ever met in cinema.
Yes. Yeah,
and he should have been lit on fire like fucking like that like poetic justice of Joan of Arc. Like it would have been great if he would have gotten some 3rd-degree burns or some shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Something,
just something, man.
Like I'm like, hopefully that knee to the groin like busted a ball or some shit.
Yeah. Something's ruptured.
Yeah.
I would really love.
Can't get boners anymore. I mean, he's getting up there, so
no bones. Yeah, dude's got no bones anymore, and he also got 3rd-degree burns on his hands. So like he can't do anything.
I like that. Let's have that happen.
Can that just exist in our Billie Jean ethos?
Yep, we're
okay,
good.
Great.
He actually dies.
Okay, great. Oh, good.
He dies of his burns on his
After
hands.
He dies
after he felt all that pain, though.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Feels straight
Awesome.
pain.
Wonderful.
Turns out he has colon cancer.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
The next day had nothing to do with any of this. Just bad colon cancer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Too many.
Sorry.
Went out just before Christmas.
Too many busts in the upstairs.
Yeah. Too many busts.
Wait, you can do that?
Yeah, you can get cancer from busting too much.
Dude, that's bussin'.
Busting.
Oh.
Yeah, I've heard that. That's all I got.
Anything else,
That's it for me, dude.
I will say the one thing is that I'm glad she didn't take the money at the end. I'm glad she threw it back on him. there's nothing better than watching the guy who should be lit on fire at least scrounging for the dollars and cents while he should be on fire. So I guess that's good enough for me to some extent. Although I like to think that he did in fact just get lit on fire and third-degree burns on his hands.
I think they're leaving it up to
ruptured
you.
Testicles.
Whatever you want to do, I think is what they're saying at this point. So, Shaun, nice work, man. Nice
Do me
pick.
right.
Fine.
Nice pick. You actually are going to have to start this off, your modern-day critical viewing rating, and then me and AJ will give you ours. What did you think, man?
I think this movie's super fucking fun still. I think it's just as cheesy as it needs to be. The acting's just passable enough for me to just be like, whatever blunders there might be in the acting is just like, it just the charm of the cheesiness of 80s for me. Enough action, enough like comeuppance of the bad guy and everything like that, and to see a early 80s movie with this kind of balls to like have this woman character be this, like I assume like with all the Me Too age and everything like that, people will be flocking to this movie. I still don't hear much about it.
No, it should though.
That's a good point.
With all that being said, I'm going up a few. I'm going 7.5.
7.5, a critical modern-day rating for the Shauners. AJ, what you got, man?
You're okay. Okay. All right.
Girl.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I actually I did really enjoy this movie. Like I really did. Because I did feel surprised by a lot of how it progressed. I did feel, even though like it somehow felt very predictable, but at the same time, I still felt like surprised that they went certain places with it. So, that all being said, I enjoyed the characters. I love Christian Slater. I think Christian Slater is one of my favorite like 80s, 90s guys. Like honestly, so with the story, with everything that in the punchable face and the whatever you have, I think I'm going to give this a 6.6.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn, 6.6 for age.
6.6.
I can see how this, for instance, our movie next week, I can see how it's the same thing to me, where if you saw this as a kid,
yeah,
like this movie is a 10. I can see that because it's just such a cool experience. But I can see how if you watch it now, you're just going, like, wait, what? This is like just such an old movie. What is happening? So I can see that, and I absolutely love the not the hidden messages, but the empowerment. Like, this is so ahead of its time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because like that was the 80s. Fucking the 80s were it's cool to know we've come so far. We're not the podcast who's like, I'll never watch this movie because that guy tried to rape her, and like the guy was not like, this was the parlance of the times.
Yeah.
We're not excusing it, but it's so cool to see how it's come along, and how we've all come along, and how this movie like kind of had a say in, like, come on, man, like, change your ways, and it empowered the youth and it empowered women. And so I'm just there were some things that didn't work for me, but I'm really glad I watched it.
Yeah.
And for me, it's just a straight up, it's a 5. It's like, it's a good movie that I will definitely watch more than some of the other movies we've
100%.
Yeah, I actually watched it twice. I watched it again today, and I was like, I really think that's a great movie. So
yeah.
So that puts us at a 6.33 average,
Nice.
which ties us with Hocus Pocus, right below Point Break, and right above The Burbs. So, like, I mean, that's
above The Burbs?
right above The Burbs was
Wow.
a 6.25.
I agree with that 100%.
You think so?
All the 80s vibes in this is what sent me to a 6.6 from a 6.5, actually. So I'm serious.
Cool.
I agree with that 100%.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the episode. Absolutely means the world to have you here next Wednesday. It is my selection.
Oh.
And we're doing it.
I forget what it is.
Rad.
Dude.
If there's ever been an 80s movie that is probably so terrible
Dude.
that it's amazing, it's this movie.
From Legend of Billie Jean to Rad.
We're on a
That
stride.
is
We're
awesome.
on an 80s stride, and then we will come right out of that 80s stride into the 90s, following it up with The Matrix.
You bet.
And Cool Runnings. So
Yep.
we're gonna come out of this fucking 80s vibe. But
Heck yeah.
We're so glad you guys have been hanging out with us. Thanks so much. Means the world.
Oh, yeah.
Check us out on the YouTubes, the Patreons.
Please. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Appreciate you guys so much.
Totally.
Goodbye.
Thank you. All right, thanks for listening, guys. Please stay in touch with us by following on all of our social media platforms at Confused Breakfast on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and Confused Be Fast on Twitter. Make sure to subscribe to our podcast and leave a review on the podcast platform of your choice right now.
Also, we have merch. You know you want to rep the Confused Breakfast in public. Mugs, stickers, shirts, all kinds of goodies. Go to confusedbreakfast.com for a direct link.
And don't forget about our voicemail number, 319-804-9596. Links to everything you could ever need from us are in the show notes or at confusedbreakfast.com. This includes a way to follow all of us individually in our personal projects that we want you to check out. Mission of the day, tell your friends about us. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye. Fair is fair.
Fair is fair.